Wow. 2 seconds. All right. Hi. Let's see who we're going to read for tonight. I don't really have anything else to say. Aquarius. All right. Please check out your rising, moon, and Venus sign for additional messages. If you don't know what those are, you can head on over to a place like Cafe Astrology. In order to find them, you simply need to know your time that you were born in addition to the place and the date. This will be your general reading for March. Might do love reading in a couple of weeks. I'm sorry, there's a lot of shit going on in the world. It seems to actually personally affect me. So with that being said, let's get started for you here, Aquarius. Also, if anybody ever approaches you for personal readings, I don't charge for readings, and I don't approach people offering them readings either. So if that ever happens, it's not me. All right. So let's get started here for you. Also, I only have one Instagram and one Facebook, and they are not things that I will typically be reaching out to you from, soliciting services or asking for personal information or anything like that. Okay, good. Song that'll get you through the month of March, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I've been locked onto the news all day since work. So, you know, it's been a day for a lot of us that have family and friends in the Ukrainian community, which I happen to have both. So, anyway, and then also I have staff that, you know, haven't really been, it's been just kind of a shock. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Song that'll get you through March in some sanity here. I feel like this is not, just 2 seconds. I don't know, I guess maybe that is where my light is supposed to be. It just seemed darker. Maybe I did turn it up one, I don't know. Anyway, let's see for you. Okay. Okay, so we had one that stuck over here and then 3. So we'll take the one that fanned out from those. You got 2 songs. Let's see what they are, Aquarius. Oh. We'll see what they are. Bizarre Love Triangle and Torch from the Sky. Did you hear as she called? Did you hear as she voice came down the hall? As it trembled as soft as a little girl. Yeah, somebody's afraid. Does it knock on the door as you led across the floor? Yeah. Like a torch out of the sky. Yeah. And Bizarre Love Triangle. You'll have to listen to this one because every time I see you falling, I get down on my knees and pray, waiting for a chant, that final moment. Say the words that I can't say. I feel like that's the way that one goes. Yeah. Okay, so Aquarius gets these ones because I have them in a row so that I can tell when each one has been used. So that's what we're going to do for you, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Up until recently, I had been using these only for Capricorn and basically for cardinal signs. I was just drawn to. I still kind of am. I have to say it's kind of weird using them not for one particular sign over another, but it's okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I don't really have any channeled messages right now, and I know that might seem like a ripoff, but it's kind of difficult to feel reverent right now, considering what's going on in the world. And that's not a slight against anybody else. It might be kind of just doing their thing. It's just, I'm kind of tapped out of doing my thing. I've been doing my thing all day, you know, so had to kind of put aside all of that feelings crap all day. Maybe that's a part of it for you, is that you have to do that. You could have to kind of put aside your feelings for a portion of your time, kind of check out from that side of yourself. Maybe there's a call for you to kind of live into your emotion a little bit more, you know. Sorry, it's also quite late. It's about, it's almost 10:30, I want to say. So if I'm a little sleepy looking, it's because it's almost medication time for me. I don't take sleeping pills. To be clear, I don't take sleeping pills. I do take other medication, but not sleeping pills. Okay. Let's get going for you here. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to do a gypsy spread for you. It's going to be past, present, hidden, and future. I was doing an extended of this. Well, it wasn't really an extended. It was like I was doing also, I wanted to do also hidden future as well, but it was too lengthy, right? Excuse me. So anyway, what we have already out here, we have the Hermit in reverse, followed by the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands in the reverse, followed by the Nine of Swords in the reverse, Three of Pentacles in the upright. What else in the past for you? I like reading them in chains because it's almost like its own sentence, you know. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay. This one goes here. This one goes. Oh. Okay. All right. In the past for you, coming into March, Aquarius, you're coming out of a period of reflection, introspection. You've reconnected with your higher self. You have exposed an inner truth to yourself. You've learned something new. Light has been shed on something within yourself, and you are now ready to come out of your shell, embark on a new journey out in the world, outside of yourself, something external to yourself. This might be brought about by a contract or another financial offer, business venture that is just starting or just about to start. But you don't seem to have gotten the communication or messages that you were looking for. There's a lack of communication here. It's inherent with this card. So, could be that you have this happening for yourself, but you're not getting the communication, or you're not communicating on this, or you're not telling people about it. You're not worried. You're not anxious. You're actually quite calm about this at this time. Typically, this is sleepless nights, nightmares, anxiety, worry, foreboding joy. I don't know if anybody's ever heard about foreboding joy before, but it's a concept where every single time that something good happens, you're always waiting for that other shoe to drop. And the antidote, I'm reading this book right now called Dare to Lead, and I was supposed to finish it like 2 months ago, but I don't ever have any time to just sit and read. And I can't listen to things because I listen to so much music that it's just like passive. I would never actually be able to, glean anything from it. And in Dare to Lead, they talk about the antidote. Brene Brown is the author, and she talks about how the antidote for foreboding joy is gratitude. So when you're looking for the other shoe to drop, exercising gratitude is the antidote for that. And I think that's what you're doing here. You've got this offer. There's promising energy here coming out of Hermit energy. And, you know, having an offer that's come about, or the beginning of something new, you know, that's stuff to celebrate. That's something good. That's something to be happy about. So when you don't have the messages coming in that you should, there's blocked communication, or there's a miscommunication of sorts with that Eight of Swords. And then you have the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Wands. And then the Nine of Swords follows after it. Really what that's communicating to me, at least, is that you have learned how to exercise gratitude in order to combat foreboding joy effectively. That's good. And, I mean, this is just validation of that, right? The work that you've been doing on mind, body, and spirit is kind of all culminating into a really effective thought pattern during, or at least coming into March. However, there is something about it that you do not think is fair, or that somebody else might actually think is not fair. Somebody else might feel like they got ripped off, like they got a bum deal because you're doing well. Libran energy. Okay. In the present energy, we have the Ace of Wands. Also, what else do we have for Aquarius in the present of March? During March, what do we have? They wanted to slide, so we'll take them. Oh, there's hidden ones there. I think it's funny that the moon in reverse was hidden under the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay. And one more. It's so easy for these cards to kind of all gel together. It's interesting, though, because when I was doing other readings, I didn't have the same thing. Like with these cards. Not even remotely the same cards. So it's not like a shitty shuffle job. So in the present, we have the Ace of Wands in the upright, followed by the Hierophant. The Moon in the reverse, Queen of Swords in the reverse, Tower in the reverse, and the Sun. A passionate beginning is starting here. There's also a spark of a creative spark of inspiration. It's funny because normally this would actually equate to a phallic symbol, or like a magic wand of some sort. I'm looking at this like it's the striking of a match. You get this idea, or there is a passionate new beginning in a creative venture, or you have there's inspiration to move towards a certain philosophy or towards a specific level of commitment with someone during March. Yeah, my nose is itchy now. Definitely. New level of commitment, and you're passionate about it, so you're moving towards it fervently. Kind of. Yeah, honesty. You're not deceiving yourself, and you're not deceiving anybody else. Things are coming to light. It's like you've seen the light, I'm hearing. Or like, I finally saw the light and blah, 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 and all this stuff. This is the person, you know what I mean? You're a little concerned. Here's your, you got two already that are Librans in reverse. There's a problem here with fairness or equilibrium. Somebody in this situation does not feel that it's balanced. Or you might, there is a warning here about you maintaining balance with this. Don't get too wrapped up in it, lest you lose yourself to it. There's injustice. Something's been done here that's not fair. It's not as bad as you think, though, Aquarius. With the Tower in the reverse, Scorpionic energy. Somebody might have actually taken something from you during March, or something might go missing, I'm hearing, because turning the house upside down, looking for something, but it turns out that somebody might have taken it from you and lied to you about it, or hidden it from you and lied to you about it. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm definitely getting that there. In the end, there is ultimately a wish fulfillment that's happened here. Or you're going to find out, I'm hearing, about this injustice or this thing that's been hidden from your awareness. What is that saying? I hate that I mean, you know, I love quoting songs and stuff because I've learned so much over the years from music and from lyrics. They are the modern, you know, poetry. They are modern poetry, right? So I'm hearing no one is exempt from the odds of even. When I look vertically at justice in the reverse and then the sun, you know, kind of cornering the Tower and the Queen of Swords in the reverse, right? In an L shape here. I gotta really get 2 cameras so you guys can see the cards and me looking at the cards. That'd be really cool. But that's what I'm definitely seeing here. No one is exempt from the odds of even. It's a Marilyn Manson lyric. Because at the end of the day, you can turn the house upside down looking for something. Somebody's eventually going to have to fess up because there are a finite amount of places to look. And if you've left no stone unturned and you cannot find something, then clearly it's been taken at a certain point if you know that you did not move it. Or, for instance, if you have completely uncovered every single thing that you possibly can and somebody is lying to you about something, you know? What is done in the dark will eventually come to light, I'm hearing through this chain, with the moon and the sun, but the moon being in the reverse. Deception is no more. You might have been deceiving yourself. Or being unfair to yourself. This Aquarius here. You might have been denying yourself something. Or I'm also hearing what you were looking for here is in the last place that you looked. As far as the Hierophant and that passionate, being passionate about a new level of commitment with somebody. It's like the last person that you would have expected, or the last person that you know what I mean? It's like they were in front of your face the entire time, but they were cloaked in the moon, so you didn't really notice. It wasn't until you actually really had the time to go into that hermit mode and really think about things. Probably, obviously, during lockdown, right? Because there's so much introspection that has happened for everybody during lockdown. Hidden from your awareness during March. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. 8 of Swords in the reverse. And the 6 of Swords. Or sorry, no, 8 of Swords in the upright. 6 of Swords in reverse. What is hidden from your awareness right now is that if you are feeling trapped in a current situation during March, it's a feeling rather than a reality. Or somebody is in your vicinity is feeling trapped in a situation, but they're not. It's false imprisonment. Like it's not false imprisonment, but that self-imprisonment energy that is a false idea. And because of that, there is no forward movement. There is no This is a trip over water in the reverse. No forward movement. No departure. Somebody might not have left a situation because they felt like they couldn't. Or you might not be leaving a situation because you feel like you can't. Feel like you're trapped. Okay. So we have the death card. There's an ending. Yeah, okay. There's an ending. There's an ending because you were not meant to be with somebody during March here. You're walking away from what you initially thought was a emotionally fulfilling situation. You probably thought that you were trapped and you could not leave a certain situation. So you're putting an end to it because it's not actually what's meant for you. You're walking away from it. Or this could be this person. They've realized that the lover, that this is not their lovers. So they're putting an end to it, walking away from it. Even though on paper it might look like a great situation, but it isn't. And focusing on work. That's what's hidden from your awareness. Let's read it like a sentence, shall we? Somebody that you are involved with, that you would like a new level of commitment with, Aquarius, has been feeling that they could not leave a situation because they felt trapped. Once they realized that this was not the emotional fulfillment that they thought it was, that this was not their person, they put an end to it with the death card there. Walked away from what other people would consider a totally emotionally fulfilling situation with the Eight of Cups. And decided instead to focus on cultivating their pentacles. Future energy for you, Aquarius. I'll read the verticals after, because I'm only at 22 minutes, so I have some time. Future energy. I don't know what time it is, actually. Hey, Google. Oh, son of a bitch. It doesn't work when I'm recording. Okay. King of Cups in the reverse and the Hangman in the reverse. Okay. You're dealing with a Pisces. Or you might be a Pisces cusp. Like an Aquarius Pisces cusp. But in the future, what's going on here is somebody has getting head over heels. This is in the upright. This is in the reverse. You're finally you finally gained perspective, I'm hearing. You're moving forward. This is the Pisces card, though. Head over heels for someone. Or you're sitting in energy where you might be a little irrational. You might be a little intense. You might be a little bit more of the river cutting through, well, no, the white water rapids instead of the calm, serene brook. When it comes to that king energy, right? Because there are two sides to every energy. Right? No. I gotta go pick them up. Sorry. I do take them because it was only two. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Magician. And lastly, yeah, okay, the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so what we got is we have for you in the end of March here. Harvest happening. You might actually be coming out of this with a raise, promotion, payday. Coming out profitable in the end. It's almost like you save money here somehow. Or, well, not unexpected good fortune. This is stuff that you've cultivated coming to It's stuff that in the present that you're working on, that's going to be better. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Somebody isn't happy about this. You could find out there's a third party energy. This is a Leo or an Aries feminine energy that is displeased. She could be jealous, or you could find out that there was somebody kind of hanging out, waiting in the wings for you to break up with somebody, or for this other person to break up with somebody. Or perhaps that was who they were breaking up with. This person that you want to take that next level of commitment with. We also have the Magician here. This is about putting thought forms into action, you know? Bringing things to fruition for yourself, not just by saying the magic words, but by doing the magic deeds that make the magic words powerful and not just magic words, right? Mastering the elements, self-mastery. And then the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's caution here to continue to sustain the effort that you have been putting in when it comes to solidly laid foundations when it comes to your finances, and continuing to stay dedicated to their growth. Because you were great at the 9, and this Queen of Wands in reverse comes along, the Magician in the upright comes along, and then you have 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. You might actually be dealing with somebody who wants you to spend their money, or somebody who isn't good at refraining from spending too much money. Reading vertically. Well, actually, I'm not going to read vertically because there's no point. I kind of just said it all, didn't I? I think that you really are looking for somebody who's going to come towards you, who's going to be independent and isn't going to leave you sitting in energy where you're impacted financially by their spending. You want to know that they have their own coffer of pentacles to create their own magic, and that they can create their own magic. Bottom of the deck. There you go. Feminine, Cancerian, Scorpionic energy. Poetic, romantic, beautiful, watery, intuitive, spiritual, feminine energy on this. I probably already said feminine once. This is about embracing that romantic, softer, feminine side, but also about encountering this in somebody else, recognizing this in somebody that you admire. That could be who you're working with or who you're dealing with. You do have a lot of work on here. All right. Any signs or symbols that might be of value for you to look out for? I'm going to use an oracle deck for this, but I don't want you to pay attention to the messages on the bottom because we're not really talking much here about we're not really talking much here about the messages, and we're not addressing reversals. We're just looking at the symbols on the cards to make sure you can, maybe get something that would help you know that you're on the right track. Maybe you see one of these things and it's like, oh, now I know that this was actually something that, I'm actually on the right track. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Signs and symbols for you. I'm only going to grab 3. I don't like the other one deck that I was using. One more. Terror. Okay. Do I have terror? Does that say terror? It does. Oh my God. So I don't know if somebody's like scared of aliens or is watching creepy movies but terror. Here. So you can see what it says, but not the actual terror. You know? Shadows, you know, things that are creepy that come out at night. Might be something scary. You might watch a scary movie with this person, or you might have a conversation about something controversial, conspiracy theory like aliens, or, you know, you might talk about your fears, share your fears, that kind of thing. Then we have disco ball. This could be a rear view mirror kind of hangy thingy. It could be that you go somewhere where there's a lot of music, or there's disco music or techno. Well, I guess all the kids are calling it EDM these days. It could also be on a keychain. And then ice cream. Oh, that's cute. So it could be somewhere where there's a lot of flowers, or it could just be that you go somewhere for ice cream, or you could see this somewhere, like on a sign or something when you're out. Could go on a date with somebody where there's ice cream. I don't know. All right. What is your affirmation that'll get you through March, Aquarius? No. Oh, well, there you go. It stayed. I am loved. That's a great affirmation. Everybody should use that affirmation anyways. I don't think there's a single human being on this earth. Period. I don't care, you know, if you're the biggest monster in the world. Every human being can truthfully say that at one time or another they were loved. You know? So roll with that for the month. See how it feels on you. And see how after a month saying that to yourself, if you believe it, if you don't believe it at the beginning of the month. See how that feels. Because I bet you by the end of the month, you'll probably have convinced yourself if you don't believe so. So yeah. Let's grab some magnetic poetry for you before we're done, and then we're actually done. I want to go into another part of the bag here. I don't want to consistently pick the same things for people. I have been getting some different things this month for people, though. Are you ing somebody? Wow. You got some, you got some initials, 2 initials. Oh. Okay. Take what you will, leave the rest. Check out your moon, rising, and Venus symbols if this does not resonate, or for more complete messages. And thank you so much for joining me today, Aquarius. Have a fantastic March. Be safe. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.